Check 1 2 2 2 2. Hey, check.
When the world was mine. I don't care what we do. Can I kick it with you? Like it hasn't been forever.
Hey, my name's Christian Lee. I'm here for Earworm Digital, and we're here with. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Gavin.
I'm Christo, and we are Bad Sons.
Hey.
Half of it.
Hey, but half is better than none, so I'm glad you guys made it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
All right, and this isn't your first time in San Diego, but this is the last stop of the tour you guys are doing with Angels Airwaves, and I just want to know, how has the tour been?
It's been incredible. First of all, to be kind of totally derailed as we were and not be able to play shows for the last couple of years, having this opportunity to get back out here, it's been pretty surreal on multiple levels. Playing shows in general, being out here with these guys, the Angels guys, they're great. All the crowds have been fantastic. The bands have been super fun. A lot of beautiful people singing and dancing and playing music. It's awesome.
Cool. And speaking about fun too, I know, you guys know each other a long time. I bet you guys had a lot of fun. And, you guys have been on multiple tours too. So I want to know, for this tour though, what are some good inside jokes you guys have had?
Well, the obvious one is Top Gun.
I did see the photo. That was
have
great.
79 copies of it on our bus right now. And counting. Hopefully we get some more tonight. We're trying to get to 100 before the tour is over, but 79 copies of Top Gun, including VHS, 4K digital, DVDs, vinyl copies,
Blu-ray
and
3D. Actually,
Yeah.
the vinyl, if you add that, it's 83 copies.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
Sorry, mistaken.
All
That's
right.
the biggest one so far.
Yeah, and that's amazing. I did see the photo of you guys all dressed as Top Gun too. But what
Yes.
inspired you guys to just keep collecting copies?
So there's this like farmhouse in Bridgehampton, New York. The first time I ever went there, I was a little kid, and I was staying with people that my family knew. And on that trip, I walked away, and my friend's dad gave me the album title, which would end up being the title for this album, Apocalypse Whenever. I made a short VHS movie about the end of the world. He threw that title out there. I didn't get the reference at the time. All these years later, that's what happened. The second time I ever went to that house was in 2011. I was 16, and that was the first time I ever saw Top Gun. And the third time I ever went to that farmhouse was in 2018. I was 23 at the time, and I wrote a lot of the songs that ended up being on Mystic Truth in a few days. And so each of those experiences were equally important in our lives. And now Top Gun has been with us for so long, and Ray bought a copy of it on our first day of tour, and then I bought another copy after we watched it, just in case something was to happen to the first one, we would have a backup. And then we also had purchased a copy of the movie You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Uh-huh.
And then Ray bought 2 more copies of that movie. So Top Gun was outnumbered by Zohan 3-2. And that didn't sit well with me. So I took to our Instagram and I invited our fans to start bringing copies of the movie Top Gun to our shows. And now we have nearly 100 copies on our bus.
That's amazing. Wow. And what are you going to do with all of it once today ends?
That's a great question. There's been a lot of debate and controversy within the crew about what we're going to do. We have to figure that out. We'll circle back with you on that one.
All right. Okay, and let's talk about your music for a little bit too, because I think you guys dropped 2 songs this year, When the World Was Mine and Heaven is in My Head.
Yeah, Heaven is a place.
Heaven is a place in my head, sorry.
You're good.
And both those songs, I gotta say, bangers. I love them. I think they're some of my favorite songs from you guys so far.
Thank you.
But I want to know too, because I've watched music videos for both, and both of them kind of have like a retro type vibe. Was that deliberate?
I think so in a lot of ways. I think a lot of the music on this album is pretty forward-looking, and with the visuals, we kind of wanted to play with elements of nostalgia as well as futuristic elements at the same time. So yeah, there's kind of a lot of that, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense too. All right, and this is the part of the interview where I like to call, open up the motherfucking pit.
Okay.
This is where I'm going to
Open it
ask you
up.
guys some personal questions. But
Okay.
actually, you know what? Before that, I got to ask though, what type of music did you guys like? What music do you guys listen to growing up? Like, what artists?
Growing up,
Yeah.
in particular, I know when I was was a kid, about 10, 11, 12 years old. I was a big pop punk fan. I loved Green Day, loved Blink-182, loved stuff like that. My parents listened to a lot of Depeche Mode and like, you know, also things like that. But that's like my kid growing up kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, super accurate. I had this guy DM me on Instagram today. I'm gonna pull this up. Okay, yeah, this guy Dean Harvey. I don't know who this is, but
Okay.
Shouts out Dean
wow,
Harvey.
looks like you roll up.
he said, "Saw your show last night, man. Really good stuff. I'm a bass player. I knew Travis Barker back in the Inland Empire days in the early '90s." And then I said, "I want to confirm or deny what I told my friend that took me to see Angels and Airwaves last night. I said that kid probably grew up listening to his parents' music. His parents are probably about my age. I wouldn't be surprised if he grew up listening to U2, The Cure, Paul Simon, etc. Good stuff, brother. Keep on doing your thing." Surprisingly accurate.
That
Yeah.
was very spot on. Wow.
I got really into Blink-182 when I was younger, and from there, because of the song "All of This" featuring Robert Smith, my dad got me super into The Cure, and that was kind of like the second band I ever really fell in love with. That was the first like kind of '80s band out of my present time that I really like fell in love with on a deep level, and then from there, yeah, it all kind of just, we love all this stuff, but yeah, those staples, U2, Police, Depeche Mode, The Cure, all that stuff, and there's so much more, but those are some big ones for
That's
us.
cool.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear. That's good to hear, actually. And, as a thank you for doing the interview, I actually have more gifts for you outside of the Yerba Mots.
Fantastic.
Top Gun?
And I think, let's start with the person next to me, Christo. And is it true that I heard that you started playing guitar because of School of Rock?
It's very true. Yeah, it is. I saw that movie, and it kind of just clicked. Like, I had been in love with music, but I never put one and one together that I could do that because I was so young. I always just saw like adults doing it. So that was sort of the moment when I realized, why not start now?
All right. And that's great. And I actually have a gift for you relating to that. And it is the School of Rock on vinyl.
Oh, it's orange
Fuck
vinyl
yeah.
too.
Oh, this is sick.
Part of Rocktober.
Rocktober.
This is amazing. Wow, thank you very much. I appreciate this. I'll cherish this.
Can I see this? I want to see what's like
Yeah, check
on
it out.
this. All right. Cream, Led Zeppelin, Stevie Nicks.
It's a good soundtrack.
Not bad. All
I
right.
don't think I've ever seen this before.
I've never seen this before for sure.
All right. And we can't leave Gavin behind, too.
True.
And I think maybe you listened to this band in high school, but I got you
Let's
an
find
album
out.
that's similar to Where You Live, Los Angeles, and it's The Strokes' Angles.
Oh, really?
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, huge. I honestly love this album. Listened to it a lot when it came out. I had an iPod Touch that had maybe 5 or 6 albums on it, and this is one of them. Honestly, underrated Strokes album.
Very
Any
underrated.
Strokes see this? You guys playing any shows anytime soon? Show it some love. They don't play any songs off this song or
That's
this record
true.
live anymore.
Yeah, the first time me and Gavin saw the Strokes was at Coachella 2011. They had
On
just
this
put
album.
this out.
Yep.
So they played a bunch of those tracks, and it's a fantastic album.
Damn, this is awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
You're welcome.
almost as cool as what I got.
I mean,
Almost.
it's no competition.
It's close.
All right. But I got some questions for you guys, too. And let's start off with Gavin.
Yes.
What can you tell me about this band called Daydreamer?
Oh my God. That was I was in a band with a couple friends of mine when I was a senior in high school. It's my friend Jake Goldstein, who was in Honey, my friend Joe, my friend Jake Monk. We played 2 or 3 or 4 shows. It was fun. It's kind of like a shoegazy band. That was it. Yeah, interesting. Wow.
I saw them at the Lava Lounge
Yeah,
and
we played
at
the Lava Lounge.
a house show that George Soto put on.
Yes, we
in
opened for
Camarillo.
Bad Sons once too. Played double duty. Yeah.
All right. And, obviously we can't leave Christo behind, too. And this one's a little bit more of a throwback.
Okay.
What can you see all these cars, to use them, you got to drive. But what about Drive A?
Wow. Yeah, that's funny you bring that up. I used to play in this. I was like a hired gun, and wasn't it was wanted to be a punk band. I was 14, and they were like, "Hey, want to leave high school and go tour?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And so I did that. And we actually, the first time I played Soma was in that band. We were opening up for Set Your Goals, 4 Year Strong, Fireworks, Polar Bear Club, and and it was rad. Yeah, that was a fun time in my life. That was my first experience being out on the road touring. I toured with like Alkaline Trio, Saves the Day, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. Yeah, fun times, man.
Dang, wow. I'm surprised you remember all the names of the bands.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
Legendary tour.
it was. Yeah, it was. It's
I was
hard to
there.
forget.
Okay, but let's talk about the origin of the band too. Do you think there's like an alternate reality where you guys would still stuck with the name Blackout 101?
No.
No, well, it's funny actually. I think Drive A has a lot to do with the origins of this band in the sense that I had been playing in the band that you mentioned for a long time. It was just kind of like a, I was just writing songs and it was sort of a revolving door of friends who were into it at the time and whatever. And then at a certain point, I started doing this other thing and I was touring and that band's lineup was starting to change and we were looking for a new drummer, and that was what led me to meeting Miles for the first time. Was Miles was auditioning to play drums in that band Drive A, and I remember we got along really well, and I remember being like, I really like this guy. We played a couple shows, and then we were down to 2 separate drummers that we were deciding between, and I voted for the other guy, and then I quit the band and started a new band with Miles. And then that kind of led to Bad Sons. And then Gavin joined the band. And then a little bit down the road, Ray joined the band.
Cool. All right. I got another question for you guys too. I heard for one Halloween, was it all of you guys that dressed up as the Matrix?
Me and Ray did.
You and Ray?
What did you do?
I think I just did clown makeup or something. I half-assed my costume. I
Yeah.
regret it. I should have been the Matrix also.
Yeah, we learned from our mistake that year. And so we
Yeah.
went hard this time. We had our entire crew and band as Top Gun. We were the naval aviators and they were our flight crew.
Well, this was a gift, supposed to be a gift for Ray, but I actually have a gift for him.
Okay.
But, I'll give it to you guys if you give it to him. It's actually the Matrix Revolution.
Oh, nice.
I'm taking this one.
Yeah, this is what you get for not showing up to the
Yeah, you
interview.
can just take it and you could say,
For me personally.
you're happy.
What's on this? Let me see this. Don Davis. All right. Shout out to John Davis.
Great movie.
Great movie.
I don't know. Let's see how the new one is.
We'll see.
I'm not
Yeah.
setting my expectations too high, but
Well, Ray, you're missing out.
All right.
Nice.
Okay, so, we're near the end of the interview, and, you guys known each other, I think, since junior high, I believe, right?
Yes.
And, you guys known the rest of the band for a long time, too. And I just want to know, let's end this on a fun question. Do you guys have any pet peeves of each other?
probably. Well,
Probably. I mean, we're all close friends. You know what I mean?
go
So
for
it's
it.
Not, I'm trying to think of something that I'm like, oh man, Chris. Not really. It's like, I wish I had a better answer. Give me 15 seconds. You go.
Okay.
I don't know.
We're all perfect, I think, is the deal.
Yeah,
you know
we're,
what I mean?
we're just as God made us.
We all love each other.
Beautiful,
We're
handsome.
great guys.
Yeah, wonderful to look at and be around and smell. And
Yeah. We all smell great.
I don't know. There's no complaints here, to be honest.
That's my pet peeve. We're just too good of friends.
Too
You know what I mean?
goddamn good looking. All the guys.
That's one I could agree on, too. All right. Well, thanks for taking time to interview, guys. I
Of
appreciate
course,
it.
man.
And I actually have one last gift for you guys, though.
Okay.
And it's the gift of time.
Oh.
I am going to step out of frame. It's just going to be you two with the camera. You guys could plug anything you want, say anything you want. The rest of the time's all yours.
All right.
All right.
The gift of time. Bad Sons.
Bad Sons. We have a new album coming out, Apocalypse Whenever, January 28th. We're going on tour that same goddamn day. We're going to be out for a while, playing a lot of music. Follow my cat's Instagram, Mango Mochi the cat. Really cute. That's probably all there is.
Come to our tour. Listen to the album when it comes out. It's pretty good. Rock and roll, baby.
Rock and roll.
You like it has